Hello, it's Sonia here with a Pretty Stitch. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, I'm so happy to have you here. So today is Tuesday, and that means it's Tunisian Tuesday, where we feature a Tunisian crochet stitch or a Tunisian crochet pattern. So today we are going to be featuring a Tunisian crochet stitch. And to do this, I am just using my J hook or 6mm hook. And as you noticed, it's just a regular straight crochet hook. So to practice Tunisian crochet, if you just want to see how it is, to try it out, you don't need to go out and buy a Tunisian hook. Alright, so I've already gotten started with my chain. I've just chained 10 and I'm just using number 4 worsted weight yarn. I don't know the brand, the label is long gone. Okay, so we're going to start with row 1, which is our setup row. So in the second chain from our hook, I'm just going to turn it over onto the other side. I like to work in the back bumps when starting my Tunisian crochet rows. It's just a personal preference. So in that second bump, I'm just pulling up loops. And if you've never done Tunisian crochet before, each row is worked in 2 parts. So this is the first part of row 1 called the forward pass, where we're putting our stitches on our hook. And then the second part of row 1 is the return pass, where we take the stitches off, and each part is 1 row. Alright, so because I chained 10, I have 10 loops on my hook. So now we need to work these loops off, and this is our setup row for this particular stitch pattern. We're going to yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2 for the rest of the row. Alright, so there is row 1. So row 2 is going to be the start of the stitch pattern. So last week we did the twisted knit stitch. I think it's called that, I'm not sure. It's a variation of the knit stitch. So we're going to incorporate that again with this particular stitch pattern. So this is going to be a 2-row repeat. So this row we're going to do that twisted knit stitch. So you're going to want your hook this way, because we're going to grab that vertical bar there. And again, if you've never done Tunisian crochet, I have a playlist that goes over the basics to get you started and to teach you the basic stitches that you would need to know. Alright, so let's grab that vertical bar. We're going to pull it. Now we're going to put our hook through and pull up our loop. So we're going to do this all the way across. And this stitch was featured last week, so I will place that link if you need a little bit more in-depth tutorial regarding that one. It's not hard, it's just a little bit of finagling to get used to it, because it's just a little bit different. Usually you put your hook in that way, but this time we're grabbing it this way. So second to that last vertical bar, and then we work in that stitch that looks like a chain on the end. And there we go. There is our forward pass for row 2. So we work these off like normal. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2 for the rest of the row. Okay, and now we're going to work row 3, which is just the knit stitch. So you're going to insert your hook through, pull up a loop all the way across. And now we work these off, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. So what you're going to do for this stitch pattern is just repeat rows 2 and 3 for however long you want your swatch. And then we will work our bind off row. So it doesn't look like a whole lot now, but as you get going, it just really creates an interesting fabric. And I really like it. It's also very squishy, and it has a little bit of flexibility. Generally, Tunisian crochet is more rigid. It's not like stockinette knit or other crochet stitches. It's more of a firmer fabric, but this one I think is a little bit squishy. So I'm going to keep going, working a couple more rows, and then I will meet you back. Alright, so I worked 15 rows. So now you can really see the stitch. I think it's a really pretty one actually. It's just a simple stitch pattern, but sometimes the simple ones just really make a pretty fabric here. So I ended on a row 3, which was a knit row. So we're going to do our bind off row, but as you can see, we do curl. This is a curler, which is pretty common with Tunisian crochet. Alright, so let's do the bind off. We're going to bind off in pattern. So our next row would be a twisted knit row. So let's do that. So we're going to grab that vertical bar, go through, pull up our loop, and then just work the bind off. And as always, you want to make sure you bind off more loosely, and binding off is just finishing off your work. Alright, so there we go. There is our bind off row. And as I said before, I think this is a really nice stitch. I actually really like the texture. I did work up another swatch using the same size hook, just with 12 stitches across. So there we go. There it is in a different color. But I think this would be a great stitch for a variety of projects like blankets, hats, scarves. Obviously, you would want to incorporate some purl stitches to help it lay flat. Purl stitches are your friend with the curling. It helps because that stitch lays flat. So if you wanted to make this in a blanket, have maybe a purl stitch border, and so that it wouldn't do that. But I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.